My next guest is Peter Schweizer. He's the president of the Government Accountability Institute. He's made it his business to look into the corruption of the Clinton cartel, executive producer of the Clinton Cash film based on his best-selling book. Peter, great to have you with us. These developments, Comey today making it clear he's reopened the investigation and they're going to charge straight ahead. Do you expect a different result this time than in July?
Well, you know, my sense of this, Lou, is that if they're going to reopen the investigation, there's something pretty explosive that's changed. I mean, look, if they have discovered more emails that are of the same caliber of the emails they had before, why reopen the investigation? I mean, this is me speculating right now. So the question becomes, what did they find? Did they find, you know, all sorts of classified material? Remember, Comey argued that the reason he wasn't going to prosecute is he couldn't show intentionality, even though the law didn't require that.
Correct.
Maybe there's an email that shows intentionality. Who knows? But they had to find something. If it's just more of the same, I don't see them reopening the investigation just for that.
Primarily Republicans on Capitol Hill have said that one of their great frustrations is that there was no apparent reach by the FBI in its original investigation into the public corruption case that I think all of us see just, screaming at investigators, whomever they might be, of a violation of public trust by the Clinton cartel's foundation. It's the Global Initiative. My God, it is a cesspool of conflicts of interest that are in contravention of ethics, of standards, and it seems to me basic ethical requirements for a Secretary of State.
Look, if you're ever going to find a government agency that's being run for the personal profit benefit of certain politicians, this is it. All you need to do is look at the emails, look at the pattern of behavior that's come out in the Podesta emails. It's very clear. Doug Band laid out how they make money for the Clintons, how they merge the philanthropy, how the speaking fees come. And then all you have to do is look at Doug Band's emails to Abedin saying, the Chinese luncheon,
right.
Here are the 4 people I want you to add to the list. You're selling access. There's no other way. And if you can't make a case in this instance, you are never going to be able to make a case again going forward. I just think it's that clear cut.
Podesta says, and Hillary Clinton says, let it all out. Give us what you've got. We don't know what's going on. Earlier, talking with Fred Barnes and Ed Rollins, Fred said, they do know what they've got. I mean, it's their emails. Right. Your reaction about what's likely to happen, will Comey oblige, or will this be a tough, hard-headed investigation that produces a result?
Well, I think, the problem is if it involves classified emails, and John Podesta and Hillary Clinton know this, they can't just release the information. It's classified. So I think they're actually calling for something that really can't be done. My expectation is we're not going to hear much else on this case, at least for another couple of months, because the FBI is going to try to play it safe. The problem is we have this thing called a national election, and people want to know, is she going to face criminal charges? What is the culpability? What is the FBI going to do? My fear is we're not going to have any of those questions answered before Election Day, and we're going to be left hanging well after.
It is also, I would assume, your sense, as it is with everyone with whom I've spoken this evening, that the FBI and James Comey in particular would not have reopened this investigation without certain knowledge of the weight and the substance and seriousness of the evidence he has against the Democratic nominee.
I think that's exactly right. And look, you've got a lot of Democrats screaming, why did he disclose this? Why did he disclose this? He had to. I mean, he has testified and communicated with Congress and basically said the investigation is done. The investigation's not done. If he had held this until after the election, he could be fairly criticized for perjury and misleading Congress. So this was the right thing to do. I know Democrats don't like it, but if he had saved this till after the election, he would have been flat out lying to Congress about the status of a major FBI investigation, and you just can't do that. So I think he made the right decision, and he did it because there's some very, very important material information in these emails.
Very quickly, you have done very serious investigative work the Clinton cartel in particular. Is it your sense that they are going to be brought to justice in this instance?
It's certainly my hope. I think that there is a groundswell of support for that. But look, the Clintons never retreat. They never back down. They always plow ahead. They're kind of like the mafia in that respect. So anybody who's looking for them to sort of step back or admit wrongdoing, it is not going to happen. And you're going to have fortitude in Congress. I agree with Tom Fitton. You need an independent counsel investigating this. That's the only way you're going to get these questions answered.
Peter Schweizer, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.